the video. Just finished my morning walk. Did my weigh-in this morning, straight out of bed. Pretty happy with it. And then usually I get up and go for a walk because I'm on holiday currently from work, so there's no getting up and working from home or anything at the moment. So I've got free time. So in the mornings I tend to go for a walk, maybe between 3,000 and 5,000 steps in the morning. So I've just finished that. Absolutely starving now. I just want to kind of give you guys a kind of rundown of where I am. I started a cut at the start of March. I weighed in at around 206 pounds, something like that. I'm now, this morning I weighed in at 193.8 or 193.6, which I'm pretty happy with. There is one downfall to that weight though. Last night me and the other half had some food. It didn't really agree well with my stomach, so yeah, I think the reason I woke up so light this morning compared to my last video is because something wasn't quite right with it. We had salmon, so it was fine. It was still in date. I just don't really know why. I'm sure it was the salmon, but yeah, about 4 hours later, I was straight out of bed, and I think you know where I ended up. So that was that. So like I said, I've started a cut in March. Currently, you're trying to lose a pound in body fat per week. I'm not trying to do the whole 1.5 pounds kind of thing that the average people say is good to lose, but I'm not actually working towards anything. I'm not going on holiday obviously for this coronavirus lockdown. The whole of Europe, the whole world basically is on, in lockdown and restricted air travel and stuff. So I won't be going on holiday anytime soon, so I'm not really training for that. I just kind of want to get a bit leaner towards summer, because if the weather's nicer, you go outside and take your shirt off and you look a bit leaner, you look a bit better. But kind of situation is that it looks like we won't get much of a summer, to be honest, or if we do, it'll be some sort of restricted summer. So yeah, so 193.6 this morning, I think the reading said. I'll pop that up on the screen. Oh sorry, no, I won't pop it up on the screen. It'll already be there on the screen from the morning little montage from my walk. So yeah, I'm just, I'm on 2,600 calories on training days. I'm on 2,400 on non-training days. I just take off 50 grams of carbs on my non-training days. I only have really one of non-training day. I do abs one day, which I class as a non-training day. So, and a Sunday I take completely off the gym. So I say the gym, any exercise apart from a 10k steps walk. So yeah. I want to ideally get down to about 190 by the end of May. Hopefully even a bit more than that. If I get to 187.5 by the end of May, I'll be really happy with that. If I get to 185, I'll be kind of the position I really want to be in. Say by the end of June. I don't really want to rush things too much. I want to bring the weight down gradually. I'm still finding that the food I'm eating is enough. Sometimes you get into a diet and the diet becomes so unmanageable, you become starving all the time. Because I'm getting up later, my day's probably a lot shorter than the normal day. I'm getting away with it at the moment, but as soon as I go back to work on Thursday, working from home, it's going to be up to 7, probably go for a quick brisk walk, and then get on my laptop then for 7:30. So I'm not really sure what how my hunger is going to pan out then, but I might look to reduce the calories by 100 next week. On training days and non-training days, and see how that affects my weight. If I get to 190, like I said, by the end of May, which I think is pretty achievable, to be honest. We're only it's the 20th of April today, so I've got 40 days to lose 4 pounds. So like I said, the 193 this morning is not really a true reflection of my weight. I think I lost a lot of water. Yeah, I don't go into details why, but yeah. So today I'm gonna run you through what kind of equipment I got at home, kind of my home gym kind of thing. I'll take you through a few of the meals I eat during the day, something different to my last video. And yeah, I'll run you through a back workout that I've been doing at home quite often. Back is one of the more frustrating things to do at home because you're limited with cable machines, etc. And you can't, there's no upright row machines, there's only so much you can row and deadlift, and lat pull down you're not going to get at home. I have seen some people using like scaffolding wheels to pull up bricks on scaffolding platforms, but no, I won't be buying any of that. I don't have anywhere to hang one. It's a great idea. It's people using their initiative, and but no, I'm not going to do that. It's just too much effort. If it carries on in the gyms, I heard some rumour the other day that gyms won't open until September, which it baffles me. But you know, if that's what it's got to be, then that's what it's got to be. So yeah, I'm just going to chow down some breakfast now. I'm so hungry. Luckily, my girlfriend has soaked my oats, and yeah, I'm just going to smash that down now, and yeah, I'll show you guys my equipment too. What's up, guys? It's now lunchtime. Well past lunchtime rather, but I'm going to cook something up which is really basic, which you guys should be able to follow. Like I said before, just a bit of practice in the kitchen. You know, you can cook anything really. Today I'm going to have tuna and rice. It sounds really boring, but there's a way you can cook it to make it a bit nicer. Take 2 tins of tuna. This is tuna and brine. The reason I don't go for the one in the oil, just because I'm dieting at the minute and it's just extra fats that you don't really need, to be honest. A lot more tastier, the tuna and the sunflower oil, but to keep the calories lower, I use 2 tins of this tuna here, 1 pepper, half an onion, and then some seasoning, and literally a bit of like 5 ml of olive oil to fry off the onions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop this stuff up, get it prepared, and I'll show you the exact recipe and how to cook it. Right guys, I've cut up everything. I'm ready to go on this now, just fry it all off. I had to stop the video for a bit. My eyes are watering from the onion cutting, so I'm ready to go. What I'll do a step-by-step kind of guide of how to make it. It's really straightforward. It should be easy for you guys to follow. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with it. I'm pretty hungry now, so yeah, I'm going to crack on and show exactly how to make it. Right guys, while that's cooking up, I'm just going to I put the lid on, let the everything heat up. Don't heat the tuna up without putting the lid on because it goes really dry otherwise, especially in the brine. So I drizzled a bit of olive oil on top just to make sure the tuna stays nice and moist. Yeah, I hate that word moist as well, as much as you do. So yeah, stick the lid on, let that heat through. While that's heating through, I've divided this up into half. I'm going to stick this in the microwave for 1 minute. And that's what I'm going to serve with. This is just, again, the whole grain brown rice from Tesco, 45p, the best thing you know buy, the most convenient thing ever. So yeah, I'm going to let that heat up, the tuna under the pan, stick this in the microwave, and yeah, that'll be the finished meal then. What's up guys, this is all plated up and ready to go now. I'm just going to finish it off with a bit of fresh salsa. Hardly any calories in this, but yeah, I'll still count it on MyFitnessPal just because I just make sure I'm accurate at it really. Hope you guys took some tips from this meal. It's very basic to make. Like I said, give it a try. I'm sure you'll find it quite tasty. It's something different from chicken and rice, to be honest. So I'm going to chow down on this, and yeah, I'll be working out, doing a back workout in about an hour's time. Maybe an hour and a half. So yeah, stay tuned for the back workout. What's up guys, just thought I'd clear up the thumbnail. I've been waiting probably a week now, maybe nearing 2 weeks to this to arrive. I've looked everywhere on the internet for a bench, a gym bench. I was actually bidding on one on eBay and ended up going over to £200, and I thought, no, this is getting out of hand. The bench was only worth about 150 quid, so I've been scouring the internet everywhere for a bench. I actually got to the point where I didn't care how much I'd spend, and it got to the point where I was looking at Life Fitness ones for maybe 500 quid. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to lower myself to this, it's ridiculous. I'm only going to be using it probably for half a year maybe. So I found one on eBay in Brighton, 60 quid. I thought bargain, but the bloke wouldn't let me, he wouldn't send it in the post, so I had to pay for my own courier. I gave him an extra £15 so we could wrap the bench up, and this is what I ended up with. To be honest with you, it's quite a good bench. It's not the most sturdy thing, it's not gym standard, like commercial gym standard, but it's good enough to what we can. It's got you can change the leg piece at the bottom so you can do some abdominal work with it. But no, overall I'm pleased with the bench. I'm pleased that we've got it. You know, I paid £60 for it. Unfortunately, it didn't come before the Easter weekend, which I wanted it to, because I wanted to do my chest workout on the Saturday, but I just persevered without it and cracked on with what I had. But I'm very pleased we've got this bench. It's a bit of an ornament in the house, so Mrs. isn't very happy, but you know what, she's been using the bench as well, so she can, you know, just enjoy it along with me. But this is the setup we've kind of got in the house at the minute. If you take a look down here, we've got some bands here. There's a band set which we bought luckily before all the bands on the internet were gone. We've got a pull-up bar here which you can do for biceps and lats. We've got a good set of dumbbells here. We've got some more weights in the corner which I put in the view. We've got a nice easy bar there. The only problem with easy bar is a strange shape with the easy bar. It's not a 1 inch hole on it, it's a bit bigger than a 1 inch hole. I think it's like a French setup on this, but I borrowed this off somebody, but so there's only a restricted amount of weight I can get onto that easy bar. We've been donated a yoga mat by a family friend, and then we've got the straight bar then, which I'll be loading up to do the back workout. So no, I'm really pleased with the setup we've got currently in the house. I am looking to get some more weight on eBay because kind of restricted how much weight we've got here in the house currently. So but like I said, on eBay, all the equipment, all the weight plates and stuff are like hotcakes. There's one company I'm waiting for them to get some stock in May. I'm hoping to jump straight on some of their stock and buy a load of stuff. My brother's already purchased some dumbbells from them. So no, I'm really pleased with what we've got. We're making the best of a bad situation. And yeah, I'm hoping the thumbnail wasn't too much of a anti-climax, but I'm pleased with our setup. I think we can crack on. I think I've maintained most of the muscle I've gained this year, or maintain my physique rather. And no, I'm going to do a back workout now, so yeah, I'm going to get cracking with this. I've taken 1 scoop of pre-workout. I won't feel really great today. I've had plenty of sleep, but just feel a bit like, feeling a bit claustrophobic today, feeling a bit pissed off I can't go to the gym and stuff, so I'm just going to crack this back workout and then I'll run you through some tutorials. What's up guys, this is the back workout I said was coming up. The first exercise is body weight pull-ups. I've done a quick warm-up and a few stretches. I'll try to incorporate that back into my workouts because I was getting a bit complacent with not warming up properly because I'm thinking I'm working out from home and it's going to be less strenuous. So what I've done now is try to do plenty of warming up beforehand, try and engage the muscle quite a bit beforehand just to get everything, all the blood flow into the muscles, etc. So first exercise is body weight pull-ups. To be honest, I just did 1 set of 6 and I struggled on that really badly, so you'll get to watch me do this. It's just a conventional pull-up you see in the gym. The problem with the body weight pull-ups, not many people can just start out the gym really lift their body weight, so I recommend getting some bands and doing with a band wrapped around your knees, or using an assisted pull-up machine until you can actually do full body weight pull-up. So I'm going to get straight to my second set. I usually do 4 to 5 sets of just before failure. The reason you don't want to go to failure on this is because you don't want to completely shock the muscle to bits before you even get started. So I'm going to do my second set now. What you want to do to make sure on this is you control it fully and you squeeze at the top and control your motion on the way down. You see a lot of people pulling themselves up on this and then letting themselves down by just letting their body drop in weight. So what you want to do is kind of control your body back down to the neutral position. So I'm just going to get started. So do as many of them as you can. So I struggled to do 6 there. It's quite embarrassing, but hey, as it is what it is. My strength to weight ratio is pretty bad on pull-ups. So if you can't do that, get a bit of a more meatier band in this one, and wrap it around the pull-up bar, wrap it around your knees, and use it to assist yourself back up and down. I find that's quite good for getting more reps out. That concludes exercise 1. What's up guys, this is exercise number 2. It's bent over rows. Like I said before, we're restricted to how much weight you've got in the house, so there's only something I can load this bar up by weight-wise. So you make this exercise a lot harder the further you bend over in front of you. So you see a lot of guys in the gym lifting quite heavy weights, but they're probably not much. They're probably using overhand grip, and they're not probably leaning forward too much, or their torso isn't bent over too much, which is fine because you can lift a lot more weight. But as soon as you tilt the body forward, you won't be able to lift anywhere near that much weight. So because we're restricted in weight, we want to try and get forward as much as we can, obviously in a safe position. And you want to row the bar until it kind of hits your, you want to kind of go into where your hips are. You want to go up to really where your belly button is. So you don't want to like whack into your hip bones. You kind of want to aim for your belly button area, and that's the kind of the target point. Because what you want to do, you're not trying to pull up into you like this. You're pulling up to squeeze there. The motion's completely different if you're pulling up to your belly button. So you know, pick up the weight. Get your hand grip position just where your palms are kind of on the outside of your thighs. Your feet slightly narrow because you don't want to clash with your knees when you bend over. Or bend over forward, and then you kind of want to just squeeze up to your belly button. Forward, let the weight come past your knees, and then squeeze up to the top. Past your knees, squeeze, squeeze. Like I said before, if you got limited weight, slow the weight right down, squeeze at the top. Like I said before, you can see a lot of people in the gym sometimes they're pulling up around here. That's fine, but when it's a heavy weight, you can do that. But when you go more forward, put more pressure on your back, it's very hard to lift super heavy weights here, especially on the undergrip as well. Like I said earlier, in the gym, I usually lift a bit heavier than that, or a lot heavier than that really. I use the undergrip form because I find it targets my back better than the overhand grip. It's just personal preference again, so do what's comfortable for yourself. You can put your hands wider. You need to be careful of if your hands are wider, there's some strain on the inside of your wrists. If you're too wide, as you're pulling in, you get strain down the side of your wrist here, so just be careful. I'd recommend put your arms by your side, put your hands under the bar, and that's a good hand position to have. So that allows your elbows to come past your body and squeeze at the back to neutral position. So as I said before, if you're restricted with weight, you can do this with a band. If you tie it around something on the floor, you can bend over, make sure you pull enough stretch out on the band, and just follow the same motion. So as you pull up, you're going to hold, say 1, 2, 3, and then let down again really slow. It's more controlled, and you'll probably be able to get less volume out of than doing free weights. But that concludes exercise 2, that's your bent over rows. Right, exercise number 3 is bent over dumbbell rows with a single arm. This is quite a difficult exercise if you've never done it before, only because it's hard to target your lats, because a lot of people end up rowing straight up, when in actual fact you're almost rowing backwards. So a lot of people will pull up and your forearm will take all the weight, and you just end up getting a huge pump in your forearm. So what you want to try and do is you want to pull, you kind of pulling back here. So the difference in my arm, you'd be very restricted to how much weight you can lift also as well. So if I'm pulling up like this, you're very restricted. So if you pull in this way, you get much more engagement at your back. So that's what you can't aim over. So usually you'd see this in the gym where somebody hold the back of the bench and then bend over and row the weight like this, or they'll hold the weight rack. But obviously we've got a bench here today, but we're not going to use it. I'm going to use the unit because the kitchen unit has got, or the worktop, sorry, has got it's quite a good level, and it's more comfortable than using the bench, to be honest. So I'll run you through this workout now. Like I said before, it's single arm, so your arm, which you're not rowing with, and the leg
you're holding your body the same side of your body. So your right leg is forward and your right arm is forward. So my right arm's on the unit, right leg in front of me is also. All the weight, you're not putting the weight through this leg. This leg is predominantly holding you up, and this is just to keep the balance from you tipping either side. So like I said, my foot's about 45 degrees away from me. My foot's here, my foot and my hand are in line with each other. The weight is here, I'm going to pick it up, and as you pull up, you pull back there and you squeeze. Yeah. So like I said before, some people pull up like this, straight up, and you're very restricted. And I don't feel that in my back personally. So what you want to do, you want to pull back and squeeze. Pull back and squeeze. If you can't get the weight fully up and you're struggling to get past here, as you're pulling up, the weight's too heavy, you want to make sure you get a good squeeze at the back, almost with the palm of your hand, almost like brushing your hip bone. That's the best way to do it. Like I said, there's about 8 sets of this because it's actually 4 sets, but you've got to do each arm, so the volume's a little higher, hence I'm out of breath but on my 5th set. But yeah, this is a very good workout for building wide lats. Like I said, if it's too heavy, you're not getting a good engagement, the weight's too heavy, so back the weight off, get weight comfortable, get engagement properly, and then as you start to get better at the movement, add the weight on afterwards. That concludes exercise number 3. Right, this is exercise number 4, and this is lat pull down for back. You're probably wondering how on earth I'm going to be able to execute a lat pull down, but a bit of improvisation with some bands. Laying on the floor with a yoga mat, you can easily target your lats. Me and the missus did this for the first time last week. Our backs and our lats the next day were killing. So it's all about control and squeeze. It's quite awkward. You got to kind of pull the weight away. You got to pull the band away from where it's attached a lot to get some tension or pre-tension in the band. So it's quite hard. So what you're gonna have to try and do is bear with me while I get in position before I actually start the exercise.
Right, for this exercise number 4, I thought it would be best to do a commentary over the top because it was hard to try and explain the exercise and perform at the same time, as you can see on the screen. So for this one, you want to try and loop the band around a table leg or some heavy object that won't move while you're putting the band under tension. So for this, grab the band as if you're going to grab the bar for a lat pull down in the gym, so wider than shoulder grip apart, but comfortable in a position where you can engage your lats. You don't want any slack in the section of the band between your hands. You want to maintain this through the whole motion of the exercise. So make sure there's already tension in the band, as slack in the band will have less resistance and you won't feel it as much, or engagement will be less in the muscle. Obviously, like I said, the further you pull the band away from the leg of the table, the more resistance overall. So once you're comfortable, for the concentric phase of the movement, pull the band down past your face, just above your chest, and squeeze at the bottom. Make sure you ensure you hold the contraction at the bottom for a second or two. Then for the eccentric phase, slowly control the tension in the band back to the starting position. Don't let your hands fully extend above your head. Let your lats fully stretch out and then repeat the concentric phase. Here's a quick clip of my current back condition. It's something I've improved this year in my opinion. However, I'm happy with the width. I just need to probably build density and thickness, which will come in time.
Right guys, that concludes the back workout. It was 20 sets in total. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty screwed now. My back's not screwed in the bad way, but my back's pretty pumped. I'll show you some footage just at the end of the last exercise of my back condition currently. This is my post-workout shake. It's really easy to make. Literally all you need to do is stick some ice and 100 ml of water in some NutriBullet, or you can use it in a shaker cup. If you stick 50 ml of that into the almond milk into the cup, you're going to say, you know, why are you having coffee so late at night? But it's just sheer down to taste, to be honest. So half a teaspoon of coffee, just for taste. Scales decide to run out of battery as I'm talking. 40 grams of whey protein. This is Impact Vanilla from Myprotein. I go for 35 actually today because I'm going for some yogurt as my dessert after my main meal. So 35 of that. 5 grams of creatine. This is Myprotein creatine, very good value for money. Just 5 grams of that. That's simply it. Screw the lid on. Blend it up for about 15 seconds. Let some of the bits settle and then re-blend again. Literally, that's one of the tastiest post-workout shakes you'll ever make. I know it's a bit late at night, I really shouldn't be having coffee, but I've had a pre-workout, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to finish off my 10k steps now, so I've got 2,000 left, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. Right guys, just finished our 10k steps, buzzing with I've nearly got 12,000 a day somehow. Not really know how I managed that, but chowing down on my evening meal now. This is a fake Chinese takeaway, stir fry, a whole pack of a packet of whole grain rice and 160 grams of mini fillet chicken there. Trust me, this is really good. Low calorie. It looks low calorie. It doesn't look low calorie, but it really is compared to an everyday takeaway Chinese. But I'm absolutely starving. I'm gonna smash this now. I'll have a few more snacks before I go to bed. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and yeah, enjoy my fake Chinese. What's up, guys? All showered up, all clean. Finished our 10k steps. Managed 12, I think. About to have my last snack. Don't worry, I'm not crying. I nearly choked on a grape a minute ago. Don't worry, I tracked it in my calories, it's fine. The other thing I was going to say is, yeah, excuse the barnet. I haven't had a haircut in so much time. That's about 7 weeks now since I've had a haircut, so I'll probably end up with a shit top knot by the end of this lockdown, but who knows. Maybe that's a video to come where I let the my missus cut my hair, but yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to let her near my haircut, to be honest. But it's my last meal. I say last meal, last snack. You've seen this one before in the last video. It's just 250 grams of Greek yogurt, 5 grams of vanilla whey protein. Like I said before, the protein's not in it to pack out with protein because there's loads already in there, but it's just for flavour purposes to make like a vanilla yogurt. Now I'm literally going to add 150 grams of these blueberries, and that's it really. Once that's all mixed up and ready to go, I can just smash that and watch some TV. I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos today. I hope you enjoyed the back workout. I hope somebody can take some tips from that. I'm going to keep the videos rolling as quick as we can. I'm trying to aim for at least one a week. That seems manageable to me because I'm still, from Thursday I'll be back in work, working from home, so I'm going to try and keep the videos coming. It's one a week if I can. And yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Sorry, I'm still choking on the grape here. I said, if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Any comments I'll try and respond to underneath the video as best I can, but any thumbs up or subscriptions to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.